Amidst all of this pain Ambazonia is facing, looking at what happened on June 15th, also looking at Mayandele, the loss of Mayandele, the loss of the VP, the Vice President, Mr. Eric Ate as well. The Ambazonian State Army still remains resilient in their mission to keep the colonial invaders out of Ambazonia's border. Well, in a bold and strategic operation, the Ambazonian State Army, Bowie County Unit, successfully destroyed a colonial army armored vehicle on Sunday, June 15th. This daring attack showcases the military prowess and determination of the Ambazonian State Army in their ongoing struggle. The details surrounding the operation, including the location and the impact on the colonial army's operations, are still emerging. However, this development is likely to have significant implications for the zone. The Ambazonian State Army's actions are part of a broader movement, and their military operations continue to shape the dynamic in the area. It appears all those inside the armored vehicle, well, all died. Still in Ambazonia, we'll take a look at, while this is going on, what the colonial stooges are doing in Ambazonia. But before we get into that, let's hear your thoughts, Barrister Base here. Looking at the ASA still thriving in keeping the colonial army off of Ambazonia's territory. I mean, it's all going on. What are your remarks about this very particular report?
Yeah, it is not that ASAs are still struggling now. They are struggling. The point is this: in every struggle, we are not going to win every battle, every war front. The whole Ambazonia is a war front. And I've had the opportunity to say this before. There are people who can run. My wife find is water low in Bui. That will be the end of the battle, the end of the struggle. Because they cannot sustain all the losses by themselves. It is a warning sign to them that Ambazonia is unbeatable, very unbeatable. No matter the power of an occupation army, they always end up being defeated. There are two examples. I don't know any military force in the world which is better than one of the Americans, but they did not succeed in capturing Afghanistan. They occupied Afghanistan for years, and they packed and left. There's another mighty power that we all know very well is Russia. They occupied Afghanistan for years. Afghanistan has nothing. They had only spears and bears, and they packed and left. And we've not forgotten about Israel. Israel occupied southern Sudan with all the might that they have, with the bombs and the shells and the nuclear weapons. After 20 years, they were forced to pack out and leave. And so this is what fighting is all about. We should be encouraged and pray for those in need. And that will turn out again, as I've said, to be the Waterloo. That's the last battle of the enemy. When they would have lost most of their towns, when they would have lost their valuable personnel, from the foot soldiers to the colonels and to the generals, they would then have realized that they ventured into an unwinnable war. They declared the war on us and promised that it would end in 2 weeks. We are now 9 years into it. We have not yet surrendered. They are looking for ways to escape. And so, congratulations to Bowie. Congratulations to those who support Bowie in any form or shape. Because that's Ambazonia. Everybody is Bowie. Ambazonia is Bowie today. And so it does not be discouraged. What might not be going on in somewhere else. God has a plan for everything. Bowie, I believe, will be the last. And the enemy will pack out. Because the losses are unsustainable, economically, physically, and humanly. And so we are proud of Bowie. We are proud of the struggle. Again, like this war we will not win. Even if you go and bring all the French military forces to join you, as predicted by Honorable Weber a number of years back, you will not win. And so winning is not an option for us. Defeat is not an option. Victory is the goal. So thank you, Bowie, for doing what you've done. Pray for you to continue doing more for the sake of the liberation. Over to you.
All right, thank you, Barrister Base.